Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is not financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in most of these companies. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Bitcoin Q4 is here. So last week we had this chart here, the Bitcoin on the weekly, we were at 66,000. Everything looked like, okay, we're going to moon. But every time you believe this, then the correction happens. We are now here, a bigger correction here. But the thing is, we have seen this before. These things will happen again, also in the bull market. It looks like we have something like this wave here, now this wave, looking for a bottom here, maybe at 53,000, and then start, hopefully, the parabola here. The RSI on the weekly here, here's a support trend line here. Hopefully this gives some support. I'm not freaking out for sure, because we have seen harder times over the summer. So hashrate is dropping a little bit in the last few days. We can see it here, lower highs and lower lows. Not sure what is going on here. Could be in some regions in the world where a lot of mining is, there's some flooding happening, or you never know. But that's the case. That means that the difficulty is expected to stay stable for the next adjustments within 5 days. This is surprising in a bull market for sure, but that's good for our existing miners with their mining fleets. Okay, talking about price. We know Plan B has his floor model, his stock-to-flow model, and his on-chain model. His floor model told him that November will close above 98K. We remember that the last 3 months he hit perfect these targets in August, September, and October. But I told you 2 or 3 times 1 month ago that I think it will break in November because it was working too perfect. And when models are too perfect, they tend to break. And it looks like it happens this November. But we have some days left. So Bitcoin can do crazy things. It's like 8 days now left. Maybe we'll go to 98K. I have no problem with this, but it's more likely right now that we will not get to this number. But that doesn't mean that we cannot close the December above 135,000. Or maybe January or February. So I would not freak out because of this number, because these things happen when a model is too good. So Gert van Lagen here, one of the traders I'm following, he's showing right now the short-term price action that we're in a Wyckoff distribution pattern here. Here it looks like, and it seems we are right now going down. We are somewhere here right now. So 53K or something like this should be the support here. So we're looking forward to this one. So seems like the whales are playing again here. Not sure about this. Also, one of my I'm following Miles here on Twitter. He's also having very interesting charts. He sees the 50 SMA here as it was support here, then it's now resistance. We're not getting through this. So it's time to build a bottom here, and when we shoot through this line here, like here and like here, that could help us to propel us a lot higher. So that's maybe a line to keep an eye on in the upcoming days. Then we have Theo Trader, also one guy on Twitter I'm following. He goes in the same direction, maybe more continuation here a little bit with this correction, like here, then hopefully a move up like we had here. We also have these moves here, these consolidation moves here. Very interesting. No one knows for sure, but these are the patterns I'm tracking right now. Over long term, I'm very bullish, so I don't care too much about the short-term price action. Also, the Google trends here, they suggest we are very low here, no interest, no excitement so far. Also, the fear and greed index is now at fear. So when you look back, these were always good times to buy. Not financial advice for sure. So the whale sonar, which is going to be the first product in my developed by Nikos, by the way. It's going to be one of the first products here with my new company, Block Forest. And Whale sonar is showing right now that we are far away from a cycle top. So we have analyzed the 2013 bull run, the 2017 bull run, and it peaked at 100 here. So it gets interesting when we go above here, these line here above 60. Then it's time to think about selling, or that's what I'm doing. But right now we are way low. So the whale sonar indicates, which is by the way an on-chain indicator, one of maybe the most sophisticated right now out there, which indicates there's a lot of room in this bull run to go. We have the operational excellence, the mining profitability at 35 cents per day per terahash right now. So 1 hill, 2 hill, 3. We don't want a lower low here. We want to move here higher to build a bigger third hill. Okay, let's go to the miners. Here we have the 10-day, the 30-day, and the 90-day gross mining margin here on a moving average. For Hive, we can see a rise here also for HUD. So Hive has new GPUs online, also new ASICs. We're now above 1.2 exahash. Also HUD has now 100% of their GPUs online. So that's why they're rising here. Bitfarms here is more or less stable. They have new hash rate online, but on the other side, Bitcoin price dropped. So that's why it's stable here, but on a high level. Yeah, should be at 500,000 or so, maybe more, the gross mining margin. Argo Blockchain here on the rise because they got a lot of new miners. They are now disclosed at 1.3 exahash, and soon they should be close to 1.7 exahash. Installed hash rate, we know that some miners are doing not that well, so yeah, it will be like 1.5 exahash or something like this. We have Mara here, also on the rise. They are now above 3 exahash when we track the Mara pool. So they're on the rise. Gross mining margin should be above 800,000 now, maybe close to 900,000. DigiHost also on the rise. They're now at 400 petahash, from 200 petahash to 400 petahash. So they double the hash rate, and they want to be at 500 at the end of November. So huge growth here for DigiHost. Very interesting. And yeah, the goal is 1 exahash at the end of this year, as I'm aware of. So that should be a huge growth stock here if we get some excitement or FOMO back into the market. We have DMG blockchain here. It's stable on the 10-day and 30-day. They're above 300 petahash, so I think 350 petahash right now. Yeah, they get every month like 40 petahash in addition, so they should be soon at 400 petahash. Also Riot here on the same level as Mara, a little bit higher because they are producing more per exahash. So Riot is the leader here in this category. Yeah, we have data from Anthony Power. So give him a follow on Twitter. He's doing an amazing job. It's a lot of work. So the good thing is when he does it, I don't have to do it. He compares here for the 4 mid-cap miners like Argo, Hive, Bitfarms, and HUD, the financials from Q3. He also added Riot and Mara. So yeah, a lot of data there. But here we have only the 4 at that time. And yeah, he puts it together because they're all reporting a little bit different. Some have in the cost of sales, they include depreciation, some not, and so on. But he figures it out. And when we compare the EBITDA, we can see here Argo with 28 million US dollars here. We have Hive, which has the biggest one, incredible, close to 70 million US dollars EBITDA. We have Bitfarms, 42 million USD, and HUD 53. Also we have the gross mining margins here on this side here. Argo 85, Hive 86, Bitfarms 82, and HUD 68. So a lot of interesting metrics here. We have also the market cap per hash rate. We have the HODL per market cap. So for example, market cap per hash rate, we can see Argo, Hive, and Bitfarms are more or less on the same level. HUD is a little bit higher here. But on the HODL per market cap, it looks different. Argo, Hive, and Bitfarms here are lower than HUD 8. So HUD 8 is leading here, and HUD 8 is lagging in this indicator. So that's also very interesting. So I think this is great work. What Anthony is doing, and I really appreciate this sheet here. By the way, I asked him whether I can show it, and of course he said yes, because it was a lot of work for him to do this. Okay, let's move on. The OPEX 3, so the operational excellence indicator here, we can see that Riot is still here number 1. Of course, we have Core Scientific, but no details here about the merger and so on. So I wait for the merger to include this company here 100%. So it's Riot number 1, Mara number 2, Hive number 3, Bitfarms number 4, Hut number 5, Argo number 6, DMG number 7, and DigiHost number 8. DigiHost is on the rise, so they could soon surpass DMG Blockchain. The hodl excellence, Mara has the most Bitcoin on the balance sheet, more than 7,500, Hut more than 5,000, Riot coming closer to Hut 8, more than 4,000, Hive something like 3,200 with the Ethereum in Bitcoin equivalent, Bitfarms, yeah, 2,700 or so, maybe Argo like 2,100, 2,200, DigiHost like 500, DMG like 400. Yeah, that's the hodl excellence category. Then the strategic excellence, which is looking into the future with Bitcoin price estimates, hash rate estimates, like 180 days, but the focus more on the 30 and the 90 day. I think when I improve this indicator in the future over the next bear market to prepare for the next bull market, I will definitely look more into the future, more than 180 days, like 1 or 2 years. Because what we can see now is that a lot of stocks are priced because of their future hash rate targets, and they are far away in the future. But yeah, especially the US investors, I think they're very focused on these big hash rates. They're disclosed for the future. So it's important to look more into the future IMO. So that's what I will improve, but not right now. Yeah, because the bull run will end over the next 6 months, I guess. And yeah, it makes no sense right now. So we have Mara number 1, Riot number 2. We have Hive number 3 here. Hut 8 number 4. They're all on the rise. Bitfarms number 5. Argo number 6. DigiHost number 7. And DMG Blockchain number 8. The BMX, the Blondie's miner excellence, which compares the miners on an absolute base here. We have Hive and Hut 8 here, more or less on the same level. We have Mara number 1, Riot number 2 here. Riot is coming closer to Mara because I added the hosting stuff and some benefits from potential immersion cooling. I also added the immersions thing here for Argo. It's not that big because, yeah, the big benefits will be later in 2022. But yeah, it will grow in the future. Yeah, so Hive number, sorry, I have to change this. Hut is number 3, Hive number 4. But they're very close together. Yeah, they're switching the positions every day. Bitfarms number 5, Argo number 6, DigiHost number 7, and DMG Blockchain here number 8. On the other side, we have Sphere 3D, which is rising here right now because they're getting more and more miners online. We have Greenwich here. We have, of course, Core Scientific, and we have CleanSpark. Now the BMXI, which is dividing the BMX by market cap to have a relative comparison of the miners. So yeah, when we look to the large caps, I mean Hut 8, not 100% sure. It's somewhere in between the mid caps and the large caps right now. It's above $2 billion US, but not that big above $2 billion USD. And yeah, Riot and Mara are way above 2 billion. So that's interesting. I mean, when we look at the large caps, Hut is number 1, Riot number 2, and Mara number 3. When we put Hut to the mid caps, it would be yeah, the number 4 here right now with this indicator number. So yeah, let's keep it right now at the large caps, but always keep this in mind. Yeah, so these are the 3 here, large caps. Mara and Riot are on the rise here because, yeah, again, the stock price dropped for these 2 big in the last few days. Then I added a hosting and immersion thing here. And yeah, for Mara, we had a huge drop in price. I mean, first of all, it was overpriced in my opinion, also in my model. Then we had this big share compensation thing in the financials. Then we had the SEC story there. Yeah, a lot of things came together. Yeah, and most important, they reduced the hash rate target from 8 exahash at the end of the year to 4 exahash. So that's a big adjustment in my opinion. I was telling you months ago that this will happen, but it will happen for all the miners. They will not reach their hash rate targets at the end of the year. But it looks like Mara will miss the target most. But yeah, I've read some encouraging things about Mara, so I will not turn completely bearish on Mara for sure, because Mara has shown that it can grow again. And furthermore, they have now, I think, 650 million. They took some debt there, or these bond notes there. So yeah, they have a lot of cash now, or should have a lot of cash to buy miners and Bitcoin. So maybe they are buying the dip right now, and things can very fast turn for Mara again. And that's why I increased my position when everyone is freaking out and selling. I'm buying. I bought a little bit too early in the drop because we had another drop, but I feel better now with a little bit bigger position in Mara. So yeah, I'm more leveled out. I'm more balanced in my opinion. So when we go to the mid caps, we have Argo here number one. Again, we have now immersion cooling benefits in the future. Yeah, they're getting new miners online, and Texas is making progress, so they seem very undervalued. Hive is number two here, also very close, very undervalued. Hive Blockchain, they're making so good numbers. I've shown you the EBITDA of 70 million in Q3. So yeah, for these guys here, also for Bitfarms. I mean, Bitfarms had a nice rise in the last few days and weeks. That's why they're dropping here a little bit. And yeah, we're waiting for Argo for this and for Hive for this, to come down here to have a nice surge in price. Yeah, and then we have HUD8, also a little bit stable right now, but after this nice rise over the summer, I think, that was clear that they need, to breathe a little bit and then move higher. To the small caps, we have DigiHost and DMG. Again, DigiHost by far the most undervalued when we look to hash rate and HODL and things like this in terms of relative to market cap. But on the other side, the communication is lagging. We have some risk there in upstate New York for sure. And these are the reasons why this stock, I think, is not rising. But we have the NASDAQ uplisting now. We are on NASDAQ. And we have seen with all the other companies after the NASDAQ listing, first there is a drop. We have seen this recently with Argo, but we have seen this also with HUD, Bitfarms, and Hive. And after this, especially Bitfarms, Hive, and HUD, they started to rise. But first they dropped. So DigiHost is in my opinion, one of the moonshot bets definitely, but also with the high risk. Keep that always in mind with the small caps. They can go like 10x very, very fast when there is FOMO in a bull run. But they are also more risky. But I like this when there's huge opportunity. But of course, this is no financial advice. Please make your own decision. I would not go all into one of these stocks for sure. Yeah, okay, so Annie is rising here. I told you they're getting more miners online. Also, the price was dropping. Yeah, CleanSpark is also on the same level here in the BMXI, like HUD, like Bitfarms, and so on. So they had also a nice surge in the last weeks. Since a few days, we're dropping like all the other miners. So that seems not expensive in my IMO. Okay, now the market caps. Hive, was close to 2 billion, now at 1.6 billion or so. Hive 2.1 billion, Bitfarms 1.35 billion, Argo Blockchain 840 million, Mara above 5 billion USD, DigiHost like 140, 150 million, DMG 160 million, Riot 3.3 billion. So these two had huge drops here in the last few days, the big caps for sure. So that's the market caps. Okay, guys, again, it's not going to be easy. We have seen this yesterday. Again, big drops here, like 10% for some miners. But we have seen this before. We are aware of these situations. And please don't freak out. Zoom out. To succeed, you need a lot of know-how and nerves of steel. So that's why I'm doing this stuff here, like videos. I do Patreon. I will do a lot more in the future to educate people. For me, it's not about swing trading these stocks every day. For me, it's about understanding the fundamentals, and then you can sit out all the storms they go through, and then you will make these 10x gains, or I hope we can make these 10x gains. There's no guarantee for sure, But if it would be easy, it would not work. And if you're wasting your time in trading every day these stocks, like here 5% and 2% here, and then you lose 5% again, yeah, in my opinion, this is not a successful strategy. That's why I have my BMXI, follow the numbers, and wait for the people, the investors, to come in again, to have FOMO again, and you're already in there. You can smile and you sell when others are buying. Yeah, that's at least my strategy. The quote of the day is, revolution is not an event, it's a process. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Peter Wall in the interview, and he turned things around, and I was the interviewed. And yeah, and after that, yeah, what I missed to say is, I think the Bitcoin movement there is a kind of a peaceful revolution which is happening right now in the world. There are a lot of things going on in the world. I don't agree. And yeah, I mean, for me, with the Bitcoin thing and the whole space around it, the mindset it gives you, the financial freedom it could provide, is a financial or a peaceful revolution, and I want to be part of this. And it's a process. It's not from today, complete change to tomorrow, but it's a process for me. I'm starting the company right now, and yeah, I want to be part of this revolution, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I love to do this. Okay, so the X since December 2020, when I did my first miner comparison in December 13th, 2020. So yeah, last week we had this here, the X. So since then we have drops in all of these stocks. Huge drop here in Mara from 15.8x to 10.8x for sure. So right now Bitfarms is establishing here as the leader. Yeah, that's the situation here we have right now. My portfolio right now is Bitfarms is still the number one, then Hive, Argo, hashrate, Riot, Mara, yeah, DMG here, and DigiHost and some others. So this is my mining portfolio right now. Not sure when I will make adjustments. I think I will wait a little bit. Bitfarms has grown a little bit too big. So yeah, but I think I let it run a little bit. The last few times when a position has grown too big, like hashrate, sometimes I started too early to sell and to rebalance and reallocate. It makes sense to wait a little bit lower. I discovered in the last few times. Also for Argo last year, I started to sell them at 40 cents or so, but the peak was at $4. So yeah, I'm getting slower with this reallocation and rebalancing of my portfolio. I have no hurry here. You can see Mara has grown from like 3% to 7%. So I have now more exposure to Mara, which is, yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, price targets. A lot of people are asking for price targets, and I made a lot of price targets in the past. Yeah, I think I'm still with these price targets. There's no reason to change these price targets, but I will not repeat them every time. These price targets seem crazy, but yeah, these are my price targets, and that's why I'm invested in there. The problem is with investors or traders, when I put here price targets and it will not happen tomorrow or next week, or we get another drop for the miners, they will blame you for losing money and things like this. So if you want to see price targets, go back to the old miner comparisons. There I have price targets. I mean, for the Canadian miners, like HUT, Hive, like HUT and Bitfarms, they're more or less on the same level with shares outstanding. I think the end goal could be, if Bitcoin goes above 200,000, could be $100 a share. Not financial advice, of course. For Hive Blockchain, they have more shares outstanding, so that could be somewhere between $30-40 or so. So it's more or less a 10x I'm calculating, which is potential. The small caps, in my opinion, have chance to shoot higher over these 10x, and the large caps may be a little bit lower. That's more or less my estimation. Yeah, okay, but make your own decision. It could be completely wrong. All models are wrong, but some are useful. You know this. For sure, we need a real bull run now for Bitcoin. We need a FOMO phase. We need a lot of new money in there, like we had in January and February, and then it gets really interesting. When I look to the indicators, and I follow several indicators, also sentiment indicators, a lot of things look similar to November and December last year. So the miners, they are boring now and this and that, but they're on a lot higher level than that time. But for example, Argo started at below 10 cents or so and made a rise to $4. So that was a 40x within like 3 months. And these are the things I'm waiting for. I'm not interested in trading 5% gains here and there. It's a waste of time for me. I'm building, I use this time to write comments for the Patreons, to do interviews, to build my company and this and that. And I'm waiting for these 10x gains, which will hopefully come. No guarantee for sure. Okay, guys, so I hope you like this miner comparison. Last week was a good one. I started my company. I did 3 interviews with Hugh Ennis from Hut8, with Ben Gagnon from Bitfarms, and finally Peter Wall from Argo Blockchain. I will continue this week with 2 more interviews. Next week I've scheduled the CEO of DeFi Technologies and so on. So a lot of exciting things are happening right now. By the way, I talked yesterday to Mike Alfred. He's also a big mining stock investor. That was also very interesting. So it's getting more and more exciting, this space. The only thing we need right now is a Bitcoin above 100,000, and then everything is fine. Okay, guys, so be patient. That's when you make the money, not when you're freaking out and you're trading this and that and day trading and so on. That's at least my experience for over the last few years. I was going through a bear market, like I was 2 or 3 years in red with these mining stocks. And all of a sudden it turned in green, and it turned big into green. Okay, guys, so thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.